let me just kind of harken back a little bit. In October of 2012, a couple of us had a wonderful chance to turn off the lights in this grand Coliseum. And we made a couple promises when we turned off the lights. The first thing we did is we promised that you would not, you would still have your beloved Coliseum back to you when we reopen the doors. We also promised that we would cherish those memories that so many of you have about this historic Coliseum. And we also made a pledge to you that we were going to create brand new memories. And today, I'll tell you, we kept all our promises for you today.
You know, for those of you who haven't been into this building and seen its renovation, you're in for a treat. For those that you have, you know how absolutely spectacular it is. I'm truly attached to this building, this grand beauty that surrounds us today. We share some things in common, she and I do. We've both lived through nearly the same number of decades together. We both watched the world change around us, and we both lived out our lives right here in Indiana. While I've had the privilege to travel and meet dignitaries and influential leaders, she, the Coliseum, has hosted an impressive list right here on her own turf, from presidents and governors to the Beatles. I appreciated her iconic elegance years ago, towering above the grounds on this campus in 1951 when I participated in the band competition at the State Fair. And just as I learned to cherish agriculture under Mr. Callahan at Pike Township so many years ago, this grand lady has served as a classroom for a decade, showcasing some of Indiana's most spectacular agricultural shows and competition. While I was traveling throughout Indiana as a boy, visiting family farms with my father, farming families were traveling across the state and beyond to exhibit their agricultural feats here in this very arena. Yes, this grand lady and I have an attachment. Little did I know so many years ago when I visited the State Fair as a young man that I would be standing here today to rededicate her to the people of Indiana, renewed and restored to her former glory. Little did I know that she and I would be attached by vision, by leadership, by teamwork, and by the dedication and generosity of so many, but we are.
And let me say a particular thanks to the Indiana State Fair Commission, its chairman, Andre Lacey, all the members of the commission for their vision in working with my predecessor and his administration, Governor Daniels, and working with our administration. And let me say, Andre and every member of the commission, you took the best state fair in America and just made it better. Thank you. Thank you for your leadership and your stewardship. It is a real joy to be with you today and to be joined by not only those that led this effort to, how did you put it, Cindy, to preserve and improve this great State Fair Coliseum. And I have to tell you, all of us that feel that connection that Andre Lacey just described so personally and so meaningfully, all of us who have stories in our life, which I expect is much of what brought each of you here today, we're just as anxious about preserving everything that was special about this place as we were about improving it. And because of all of those that have been mentioned from the podium today, we've achieved that objective. We've preserved, we've improved it, and we've ensured that this great State Fair Coliseum will be the jewel at the very center of the State Fair for generations to come. So thank you all.